Hello and welcome in. It's Dragus Productions Sun's Day Show. Tonight, Censorship Sucks with Willie. Get everybody up and rolling here in just a few minutes. Hope you've all had a great weekend. And a good start of this week. Hope everybody's had a great time. We're going to get things going here shortly. Making sure everything's up and connected. We're doing good. Get John and the crew up here shortly. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey Cecilia, how you doing in the Kick chat? Miss you, doll? Big hugs. That's right. Hmm. Trying to get everything up and rolling for everybody. Thanks for the follow, everybody. I appreciate that. Trying to find out what's going on with Pilled, since we're not up rolling over there just yet. There we go. There we go, there we go. Let me switch some stuff over and I'm going to get John and the group connected up. See if David Hogg comes in tonight with us for a little bit. Hello, hello, hello.
There you go.
How's everything going?
Good. What's up with you?
Not much.
What's up, Dot?
Oh, not too much. Not too much. Oh, there's that David Hoggington guy.
Yeah.
Dr. David Hoggington.
Doctor.
This is true. This is true. Gotta watch out for that PhD.
Yeah, I didn't buy 2 honorary PhDs for nothing, you know.
Money well spent.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was like $10 total.
Well, you didn't get the good Nigerian ones then.
No. I got the religious one.
You can apparently you can get a pretty good selection out of India as well these days.
Yeah, and actually practice medicine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, theirs aren't really honorary. Theirs are just, corrupt.
Yeah. They're more like let's take advantage of the white man.
Exactly.
Oh man. Did you guys see the Idaho thing? The shootout?
You're
in
a what?
He said he's
the
a hoe.
shootout in Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I did see that. The
Yep.
in and out.
Still no
Good
motive.
guy with a gun. Good guy with a gun.
Yep. Did he scream Allahu Akbar to further confuse the motive?
No. This guy seemed to be very, very what you would expect from someone who lives in Idaho.
Ah.
He was very white, and his name was very white. I can't remember what his name was at the moment, but not important.
Very white, yeah. Last name White, first name Very.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm just.
Did he
I'm
happen to have a bullhorn?
No, thankfully.
Was he a supremacist?
I'm guessing of one sort or another, either a trans supremacist or a white supremacist. I would guess one of those two.
Yeah, and if he's not trans, is his boyfriend trans?
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got to watch out for that these days. But say in that age group of he looked like anyway. I think they said he was 24, but in that age group of people who are getting caught up in these radical cells online.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I have no doubt that we're going to find out that he's been in some chat room talking about doing this for months, and he was on the FBI's radar.
Yeah, always on the radar.
Yeah.
Back in my day, trans people just killed themselves.
Cecilia
Very
says
true.
hello.
Hello.
Cecilia.
Hello.
Wild times out there. But yeah, fortunately enough, there was a good guy with a gun, as David pointed out.
Yep.
Yep. So it could have been a lot worse. Lot worse.
Yep. And then we have Spain. That's just crazy.
Yeah, there's so much going on there. Like, just the act itself is just the curtain. Once you pull it all back, there's a whole lot going on right there in that part of North Africa. Some wild geopolitical implications there.
Yep. And how are they able to find so many life preservers so quickly?
I don't even know that many of them needed them. Didn't a bunch of them just
There
run
were
up the
piles
coast?
of them.
Well, they weren't life preservers per se. They were like little rubber inflatable
inner tubes.
They look like a tire. Yeah, look like a tire. They look like they cost about $2. I mean, they were cheap as hell.
I realize
that. There were thousands of them, though, yeah.
But
there were thousands.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the Moroccan government certainly was helping them out.
Yeah.
There was
Oh, yeah.
certainly some effort there. But
It
apparently
feels
that part
like-
of Spain has been under discussion for a while.
Yeah, it feels like one of the stuff the USAID used to try to pull off, you know?
Yes. Yes, very much so.
With that kind of money, but somebody else is funding this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then you got, I'm sure we'll talk about this on the show, but Spain is like super communist and like totally refusing to help the U.S. out at all. And so there's that whole implication as well. Like there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on in that part of the world that we don't really talk about because nobody really cares about Africa.
Right.
And was that last Sunday night, Doc, that we talked about this, or was it on Wednesday night that I brought this up?
Had to be Wednesday because this just happened.
Well, no, I brought it up like before it even, like when it was just in its first like 500 people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday's show. Like it was
Yeah,
really
it'll
like
be.
not a big deal when we brought it up. I just pointed to it because I saw a trend there, you know, as a trends
Yeah.
forecaster, you know.
Yeah. Well, it went from
And then
500
the
to
next
about
day-
60,000.
Yeah, so anybody who listened Wednesday night was like, oh, that's interesting. And then Thursday, they're like, oh, shit, they were talking about this
Yep.
last night. Like,
Maybe
wow, look at it today.
maybe they heard
Blew up.
your radio show and decided to cross over.
It does play on a small station in Morocco, in
Yeah.
northern Morocco. It is. It's
Yeah.
a church, I understand.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, Akbar Radio.
A mosque.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right after the 5 a.m. call to prayer, you hear, you know, the intro to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
From David Hoggington.
Yeah, yeah. We should do that. We should start off with the Muslim call to prayer.
Oh, God.
That would be funny. I just don't know how many people would laugh at it. Like
Yeah,
I would.
that's
find
the
very
problem.
funny. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. He meccaed me do it.
You'd have to, like, instantly go into, like, an Allahu Akbar and an explosion and, you know, turmoil.
Right.
Monkeys going crazy.
Yeah.
No! 2 hours!
Yep. Well,
Hello,
after
first
watching Citizen Vigilante,
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and looked at some of the other Yule Bowl movies, and one of them
Uh-huh.
is Postal, the video game. They do their own version of it, and when it starts off, they're doing like a 9/11 where they're flying the airplanes, and they start having a discussion about how many versions they get, and they're like, the numbers don't match, so they actually call Osama, and they find out they're not getting that many versions, and so they decide to go to
Yeah.
Cabo.
There's more there. They're not
Yep.
versions, but they're very available, and they look good in a
Yeah,
bikini.
well, they weren't going to get any virgins, you know, so they're like, well, why are we doing this then? We're taking the plane to Cabo. And then the
Trust
passengers
me, an
revolt and kill them.
experienced woman is much more fun in bed.
There you go.
A virgin would never do a blowjob.
Well,
True.
that would make them virgins still. Don't get me started on Catholic girls. There's the hole that God
there you
doesn't
go.
know about.
Good job.
Yeah. Mormons also try to pull that trick as well.
Yeah.
The butt,
Yeah.
the butt doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm just picturing some dumbass, like 18-year-old girl, you know, just,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't count.
Yep.
You'll still be a
I'm
virgin.
Yeah. Yep.
Really? You promise it doesn't count?
Yeah. There's a there is a trope for a reason. There is a trope for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweater. Yeah, we'll dive into that. Probably open the show with that one. That's a big one. A lot of ramifications on where that's going.
Yeah, yeah. It's very interesting. I'm a little concerned that the war situation is starting to spin into a more than the Middle East involved. There might be some other
You're
games.
not talking about World War III, are you?
No. I think much more like something more along the lines of just economic confrontation, battling over shipping lanes, that kind of thing.
Right.
So, well, you're talking about Saudi Arabia going into Yemen?
Well, you got Saudi Arabia going into Yemen. You have Spain we're talking about. And then you also have... we're not really sure where this drone came from, but it most certainly couldn't have come from Iran, the one that hit the boat in Egypt.
In the Suez Canal.
Yeah, right north of the canal, just on the other side, on the Delta side. So, somebody is very interested in kind of opening up the confrontation. It feels like for the purpose of disrupting shipping routes.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a very dangerous route for a long time now, for a number of years.
Yes, exactly.
They were going around Africa for years before any of the Suez Canal shit picked up,
Yeah. Well, so many ships have already started diverting around it because of the Houthis in the south. They've started diverting, going down around the Horn of Africa again. A lot of
which for a civilized world, that just seems ridiculous. You've got every industrial country on the planet can't use this because a bunch of yo-yos over there want to shoot rockets at our ships. Seriously, you know what I mean? I don't know. It should have every ship going through there should have another missile that shoots right straight back, heat source right to the source of it. And just you shoot at us. We're going to take it down. Do you think what Lloyd's of London or some of these power circles out there would be enough is enough?
Yeah, the Suez area, especially that part around the Horn there, where you go up in along the coast of Africa before you get up to this canal. What is that? The Red Sea? I always get them confused. I think that's
the Red Sea.
Used to be
that's the one Moses parted.
And Somalia.
Yeah, Somalia, but now it's Somaliland is right there. Yeah,
and
that area is always been full of pirates.
Yeah, out there
it's
by
always
the
been
Ocean.
full of pirates. Yeah. That's one of the most dangerous pirate waters for a very long time.
Yeah,
like that because India and Africa had trade routes there for a long time that the same exact pirates would try to take. It's the exact same clans of pirates that were there 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. And over here now,
I am the captain now.
And over here now you have
Yard, show me your booty.
What is it, Bolivia and what's the other country down there? Paraguay or no? Yeah.
Where the Nazis are.
Yeah. Or a big hub for piracy. Yeah.
Bolivia
and
it's a mountainous inland country with no.
Well, not Bolivia. Where's the one? Argentina and.
I thought that was the
there you go. Argentina, Uruguay,
Bolivia,
and right up the coast there to Venezuela. Yeah, that whole area is very piracy ridden, from what I've been told.
I thought they hung around the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I know about that for sure.
Yeah, they're the famous ones. And the other ones are on the porch.
Yeah, and then you got porch pirates. Then you also have the pirates of the South Pacific, which are always fun. Of course, they're not really there anymore, but they were actually had the coolest boats in my opinion.
Right. And you the gay pirates, the ones of Penzance.
Then you have the pirates in Las Vegas at the what is that casino?
No. That those are mobsters. That's different.
Oh. I mean, similar. They're similar though, right? I just, whenever a war is going on, there's always that danger of it spilling out of the control of the participants.
Right.
It's always a danger.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, dead air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God. It's all right. Gosh, it's only 1:45. We're halfway through our pre-show. That's interesting. I thought we were way closer to the mark.
Yeah.
Well, ever since they shut down the CERN reactor, time is traveling at a different speed again.
It's back to normal.
I heard that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's why the summer's flying by.
Yep. It's supposed to be off for a couple of years now, isn't it? Because they're building a bigger one or something?
Something like that. All I know is apparently Fruit Loops is spelled differently again, and the cornucopia is back on the Fruit of the Loom underwear, and yeah, it's like undone the Mandela effect.
Hey, tell you, you got to stop messing with the time-space continuum. It's not smart.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to go to the Cincinnati Zoo to see if Harambe has reappeared.
Harambe just reappears sitting on a rock in the middle of the Cuyahoga River.
That's right.
Like,
This time if somebody drops their baby in there, Harambe's going to be, nope, I ain't touching that kid. Too bad. You're a bad parent.
I want to see like 20 little blonde kids like circled around him too out in the forest. You know, just looking at him and staring at him like, yes, like he's telling him a story or something.
I think there's a book like that.
I just tried to save that kid. Next thing you know, bam!
Yeah, it's pretty wild that you have the death of Harambe, and then it all just goes downhill from there.
Oh yeah, that's when the timelines split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a strange oddity of the world that we live in. The periods of time are marked by such interesting events.
Yeah. Well, you know, Harambe did not need to die.
Well, that's true. It was completely unnecessary.
Right. And then we have George Floyd.
Yeah, which, I mean, when you do that many drugs, you're bound to die eventually.
Right.
But I don't know. I would have been more okay with riots over the death of Harambe than I was over George Floyd, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it was great for a cop to put himself in such a bad optic position when he knew the dude was having an overdose. Like, that was what they said anyway. Like, it was pretty bad policing. But,
yeah, he should have just left him in the back of the car.
Yeah, we're like, just let him die in the back of the car. Like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it was a no-win situation.
Well, and that's what all these assholes that are, spending all the money to push this leftist communist bullshit. That's what they want. They want it to be a no-win situation. They want no matter what you do for the crumble to continue.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I do remember watching that video the first time and thinking, dude, like, get off the guy. Like, like, stop. Just get off him. You know what I mean? Like, this is bad optics. Like, I don't care what your training is. Just, he's in handcuffs. Just stand him up again and put him against the car or do something different than you're doing right now. Because, I don't know.
It just looked so bad for the situation that they were in. Like, they just...
Yeah.
Like, I don't want cops necessarily concerned about optics, but the bottom line is, like, you had the guy subdued, and you could see that the mob was not really behaving themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
You got 6 cameras in your face and yada yada. It's just like...
Yeah. Like, call the ambulance, stand there, surround him, call the ambulance, don't touch him, Like, but like that's the problem with how they hire police, though. Like that, the way that the police forces are hired and trained, they actually don't bring in thinking people because they tend to not do well at the job because they tend to get bored with the mundane part of the job. But when you need that ability to think on your feet, it's not there if you don't hire those kind of people, right?
Right.
Like it's a double-edged sword. Like I had quite a few friends that worked in like sheriffs and different police departments, and if you have over a certain score on your entry exam, they won't actually take you. Like there's guys that like go in there and like ace their tests and they do all this and they don't get in, and they get told by older veteran police officers, like, if you're really serious about this, you need to get a few extra questions wrong on purpose, right, so you fit into the group that they're looking for.
Or go to the FBI and pretend to be more of a psychopath than you are.
Yep.
Yeah,
or claim to be a trans woman.
Yeah, I would always think going for the sheriff's department would be where it's at. Like if you really wanted to make a difference in your in the area where you live, the sheriff's generally the most based law enforcement that you're going to have in your area because they're elected.
Yeah.
They actually have to earn their job.
Yeah, they got to know people, and if you're part of the community, they're going to know who you are, and you're going to know them, and it's a reciprocal thing,
Or maybe just don't, pass counterfeit bills at the bodega.
Well, that would help a lot, but since that's not going to stop, we should have good policing. I really think that all police forces, like the head of every police department, should be an elected position if we're going to have police departments. If we're not going to have private, like what I want is private security for everybody, but that's a dream utopian libertarian ANCAP universe. In the real world, what I would like to see is the head of every single police department to be an elected position.
There you go. Or just don't tell people they're police. They'll be secret police.
I think we've done that before. It did not go as well as we thought.
Okay.
I mean, I could be mistaking, but
it was just marketed wrong. That's all.
Ah, there you go.
You gotta put the
marketing
right spin
is
on
key.
It. Yeah.
Get to break out some classic Bernays and just get people to accept it. You're good to go.
Yep. If Bernays doesn't work, try the Hollandaise.
It's good sauce. It's good sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to make. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're both hard to make.
Oh, yeah. You make Hollandaise, if you're not careful, you're making mayonnaise.
Or scrambled eggs.
Yeah, or scrambled eggs. Or if you don't temper them, I don't know what the heck you're making.
Yeah. My wife said today if mayo gets any more expensive at the store, she's going to start making her own.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just funny that conversation happened.
Yeah.
I was talking about mayo earlier today.
Yep. When you start making your own ketchup, that's when you panic.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, just make salsa.
Yeah. Mexican ketchup.
Exactly.
I prefer it. I really do. I like a little salsa on my eggs in the morning. That's how I do it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, who doesn't?
Communists.
Yeah. People who don't love freedom.
It's funny, though. Mexican food is a tortilla, a meat, a bean, and like maybe some rice. It's like you can make that set of ingredients 1,000 different ways and have an entire menu at a Mexican restaurant that just has those four items.
Ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah.
Corn tortilla, flour tortilla. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
do we fry it? Do we bake it? Do we wrap it up and steam it? Tell you what, take that tortilla, ground it up, and then we'll make a tamale. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I do like
I mean,
I do like them. They're delicious.
Yep. It's like my favorite food out there too. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just funny how they can take the same damn 4 things and make a million different dishes out of it. You know?
Yeah, well, that's the way Taco Bell works.
Taco Bell is the king of that. Like taking like their base 7 ingredients, and just making a brand new menu item out of nowhere.
It is amazing how they come up with a brand new menu item. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah.
How many combinations can you make with those ingredients?
It's apparently enough because they do quite well. Although this outbreak is not doing, it's not treating Taco Bell well. I don't think they deserve the blame, but they're getting it.
Right. Well, apparently it was a false positive on their lettuce supplier. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But, I mean, Taco Bell giving you diarrhea? Come on, man. That's part of Taco Bell.
That's like part of the experience.
That's right. I mean, as soon as that bell goes gong, you make a run for the border. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Although
you're lucky, you order Taco Bell in the drive-thru and you eat it on the way home and see if you can make it.
Yeah. Crunchwrap Supreme, though, the Crunchwrap Supreme is like the pinnacle of their development. Like, that is the ultimate handheld car food, and it is like 1 or 2 of those. Like, if you're a bigger guy, 2 of those, but 1 of those is like a full meal, and it's handheld the whole way through. Absolute genius, whoever came up with that.
Now, the hard shell tacos are not designed for the car.
No.
Yeah.
No. You have to take your shirt
That's why
off.
they make those little wraps. Yeah, that's why they make those little handheld wraps for them.
Right, but the crunchy tacos.
But all the meat, but all the taco meat ends up in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
They're not crispy; they're crunchy.
Yep.
Now everybody's going to go get Taco Bell.
There you go.
If Taco Bell made tortilla chips to order, they would kill it. They would corner that market forever.
They do chips and cheese.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, but they don't make the chips to order.
I'm thinking right now. I could go for some brisket.
Oh, I couldn't.
Brisket.
I made ribs last night.
Oh, that's good too. Yeah.
Beef or pork?
Or turkey.
Pork.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there and smoke that turkey. Oh my God. I'm there. But anyways, David Hogg, if you're not sticking around,
ladder.
We gotta go. We gotta switch rooms. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
All right. Send this one, and I'll bring them up for the real deal. We'll have the guys come up here, and we're gonna do. John. Where's Doc? Doc will be in soon.
Okay.
There you go, and I got Doc. There we go.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, Doc.
We gotta start off with Spain, you said, right?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's a pretty big story.
It is. It is certainly a global story that is probably not getting the proper coverage.
No. And there's a lot to it. It's pretty layered.
Yeah, very much so. Hurry up, dog. Go by. Hurry up before the show starts.
All right, we got 30 seconds.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go. La 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 la.
I got time to go to the bathroom.
He's gonna do a countdown soon.
No, not really.
You do. Okay. Just do it in your pants.
And here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side for the very first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for August 2nd, 2026. And boy, are we off to a great month of August. All kinds of craziness going on in the world. With me tonight, we've got Doc69 in the house. What up, Doc?
Not too much on my end of the world. I had a beautiful summer day out here in the Pacific Northwest, but the rest of the world is kind of on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Pacific Northwest, you're in your sweet spot right now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. It's just getting perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just perfect every day, and you can't really shake a stick at it. No. Same out here in the mountains of Arizona. It's just fantastic, and couldn't ask for a better weekend weather-wise. But, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the world. Let's start with Spain, because Spain was invaded over the weekend. I'm hearing numbers up to 80,000. Doc, you hearing the same kind of range?
Low ball 40, high 80. Yeah, in that range. Definitely, definitely tens of thousands. Definitely.
Yeah, have just stormed. Okay, so I talked about this on the Wednesday night show before this even kicked off on Thursday. But I was talking about Ceuta and how it's this enclave of Spain that exists entirely inside Morocco. It has a little bit of beach shore. It's sort of the southern end of the Strait of Gibraltar. It's a very strategic place for Spain to have held for the last 500 years because it allows them to have a military presence on both sides of the strait where they can launch attacks, defensive or offensive, or keep control over basically who goes through there. So they've held it forever. It's a thriving city of about 80,000 people. And it, again, if you want to go anywhere there, you go through the gate and boom, you're in Morocco, you're in Africa. It's Spain, but it's there, man. And so the Moroccan government or some NGOs or something behind the scenes arranged for these tens and tens of thousands of people to sort of show up at the border there. And then what, Doc? They all just simultaneously kind of ran through every orifice and corner and swam and whatever they could to get there.
Any place that was an opening, and in fact, the Moroccan soldiers were on film opening the gated border from their side. So they were cutting the chains off the border fences and swinging the fences open and instructing people to go through. So they were dropping them off in trucks. So, I mean, the government, at least some part of it, played a part in delivering these people to the border and telling them to go. So, yeah, it very much, as you described it, was an invasion.
And to be clear, these were all mainly starving women and children, war-torn refugees. Is that how you describe them?
If by that you mean 20-year-old military-aged and in-shape young men, then yes.
Yeah, exactly. Not a woman to be seen. I mean, 90% of the clips I saw, I did not notice any women. In a couple of them, I did see, the headdress, right? So if you see somebody with their hair covered, there's a woman. You know what I mean? I assume. I can't see their face necessarily. I can't confirm it, but I saw a few people with head coverage. I thought, okay, there's a woman or two. I did not see any kids younger than, let's say, 16, 17 were there. You know what I mean? Again, military age.
Yep.
Right?
So
it was an invasion. Now, we talked about the size of the city being about 80,000 people that live there. Well, they are, in fact, women, children, families, a society. So how many fighting-aged men are there among the 80,000 there in Ceuta that, could defend something like this? You're talking 10, 15,000 of them versus 80,000?
In good fighting shape, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
in the same shape these guys are in that are coming over the border, in the same age group, men.
Yeah.
Outnumbered 5-1 in your hometown where you live. And so there's videos there of, families fleeing and they're like, "This is ridiculous. You can't go anywhere." She's filming the streets. It's dangerous. You can't walk anywhere out here. They're defecating in the streets, which of course they kind of have to. They've taken over all the grocery stores. Have you seen that?
Yep. They've also run on the one particular part of the area where they first invaded is completely dry of water. Only the north side of the peninsula has water. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's a humanitarian crisis on top of what seems to be like a quasi-military operation.
Yeah, and I was watching this report on this the other night, and there's apparently a law in Spain where there's a couple laws they're taking advantage of here. One is the recent one that the Spanish Supreme Court just laid down that said if you are standing on Spanish ground, you can't be sent back, right? So if you can get to put both feet on Spanish ground, territory, you're good. They can't export you. So now these 80,000 people have qualified for that, and they're well aware of it. And this just came down recently, so it's correlated. But there's another one that says if you take over an apartment unit there and no one complains about it for 48 hours, then you're suddenly the tenant and you have to go through the legal system to get you out. So there's people left and right that are trying to break into any apartment that's abandoned, that's empty. Heck, even if there's people in there, they're trying to get in to even find out if there's someone there. You know what I mean?
And chase them out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then, boom, all of a sudden you can take over that because there's no cop taking records of, hey, somebody broke into my apartment right now and they're in there, they kicked me out and they're living in my house, right? What are the cops going to do?
Yeah.
They
were overwhelmed immediately. Like, I mean, yeah, it was impossible for them to even resist the crime that was going on. It's pretty wild, too. And there's, as we were talking before the show on the radio went live, there's lots of layers to this. The reason why this area is so important, why you see this movement happening from the Moroccan government to move these people in to do this, seems to have to do with control of this shipping lane and the fact that Spain is resisting U.S. Forces going into Iran. They won't let us use their ports to ship weapons to Israel. They won't let us use their airports to refuel and send our bombers into Iran. And then on the other side, Morocco is part of the Abraham Accords from Trump's first term. And so they would like to operate the ports and build up their commercial presence with the United States and the rest of the Arab countries in the Abraham Accords. And so they're like, yeah, well, this should be our land then. I mean, if you guys work with the big power, this should be ours. And I think there's I think there even a little bit of evidence that some people in our military and in our government think that's a good idea and want to send some money over to the Moroccans to help them with this plan. So,
well, and I think I've heard a number of Spanish people, the liberal half of the country over there, would look at this as sort of colonized land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's why isn't that part of Morocco? It's, we're white or something and we're stealing it and it's colonized and so we should give it back. We don't really care about it so much. But, Prime Minister Sanchez in Spain recently did this controversial move. He's going to make 500,000 illegal immigrants their citizens. Just give it to them. So you saw these images of people lined up at these, government offices for weeks and weeks, lines around the corner day after day after day. And it turns out that number is now getting closer to 1 million people. And so now let's just add 80,000 more here. Why not? Welcome to Spain. You're going to vote in the next election. We hope you vote for the incumbent, Prime Minister Sanchez, right? Check the box, Hey, welcome. Vote for me. And then again, this is getting into some cities in Spain where we're seeing real violence on the street. I mean, have you seen some of these clips, Doc, that I'm talking about with, people fighting back? They're pissed. Yeah. They're starting to get really upset that they can't. It's not safe for their families to live where they've been living for the last, 2 generations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are talking about the land of the Reconquista. So, I mean,
yes.
there is a bloodline of, once you get us fired up from our siesta, look out. I don't want to see that dragon woken up, really. I would prefer that they take care of it in a more rational manner, but it doesn't seem that their government has any interest in doing that.
Not yet.
No.
You know, it's coming one day. It's coming one day. And we saw these Spanish women lining up in front of some of these guys, just welcoming, hugging them, you know, yay, come on in, we love you, we love you. And they just don't understand what a shock to the system that is to even see from someone who's been living in, you know, sub-Saharan or what was, you know, some part of even northern Africa. They just don't see that. It's not done. It's a Muslim country. In Egypt, you don't see some half-naked girl waving a flag saying, welcome, welcome, you know? It's a shock. That's the first time they ever see it. And it's like, it's true. Holy crap, it's true. I'm going to go find me one of those. And God knows what, you know? It's dangerous now. And it's getting more and more dangerous. It really is. This is just a very different culture that needs to be gradually brought in and assimilated. If you really want to do this, man, you can't just go from zero to Muslim, you know, in 10 years. Your country's going to find itself in a full-on, you know, revolution.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the evidence suggests that if your population gets to between 15 and 20% Muslim, all of a sudden, it only a few years. It only takes a few years, and it takes over the entire country. So once you get to a certain level of population, all of a sudden they're now able to take over government positions and force their way in, and they have, you know, they're a breeding people. They breed. They have lots of children, and so it doesn't take long before they take over an area. I mean, Dearborn is a perfect example of this.
Yeah, about 6-8 kids, you know, whereas we're having 1.34, you know, which is below the replacement value of 2.12, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. They're having 7. So, again, that's why you look at, you know, England, London specifically, and Mohammed is hands down the most popular kid's name. You go into the schools in Austria, and the majority of the students in the schools in Austria are Muslim. So as soon as they graduate and pass out, boom, you know, it's on, right? Yeah. It's on. They're going to go into politics, like you were saying, get that, you know, certain areas like at Dearborn, Michigan, which has, you know, their entire Chamber of Commerce and their board of directors for the city. What's it called? The city board.
City council.
Is all Muslim. City council, yeah, the mayor, all, you know, all the way up and down. They have complete control over the police department, everything. And so you want to blast the call to prayer, go for it. You know, you get little communities here and there, and then they start compounding. And like we say, having more kids. And next thing you know, another generation or two passes and you're living under Sharia. 51%, baby. 51%. That's where everything changes.
Yeah. Well, and the first group that feels it is the group that welcomes them in, the leftists, the liberals. Because they immediately, as soon as they got control over that board and the mayor was in office, they banned the pride flag. They banned teaching that stuff in their schools. So, I mean, like it's immediate. As soon as they have any bit of power, they start enforcing their version of conservative values, the Muslim version of values.
Yeah,
and. Look, I'm not going to judge them for that. That's what every culture does, and that's what every culture should do over the lands that they control. Now, I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. But what I am saying is, this is America, so yeah, you can't do that here. And we gotta as a culture here in America, at least demand that you follow the basic tenets of our culture, you know, freedom, personal responsibility, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, those kind of things. Like, if you're not willing to follow those tenets, we can't allow you to set up shop and take over whole neighborhoods.
And you got to remember, Islam is a form of government wrapped around a religion. You know what I mean? It's
correct.
It's a government unto itself. If you adhere to Islam, it means submission to Sharia law and God gave down Sharia law, so of course you have to abide by it above and beyond what any local laws say, that's why you have Sharia courts and all those types of things. So yeah, like you say, it grows to a certain point and then it gets to a point of no return, and then you are looking at the conquistadors, or so many other wars that were fought.
We've been here before, historically speaking. Like it's this kind of invasion of the Muslims into Southern Europe has happened before, and it causes wars. It does. We should really seriously think about. Well, I mean, not like we can do much about it, Europe, but certainly here in the United States, we ought to really be careful about how many Muslims a year we invite in. I'm not saying don't invite any. Like I'm sure some of them are fine, but like we start getting Dearborn levels in certain towns all over this country, it could turn out very bad for America. We need to remain a majority Christian culture.
Yeah, and they're about to, it looks like, nominate an Islamo-socialist like a Mamdani to be the next senator from the state of Michigan, right, in the Senate.
Yep.
Which is a big deal, that's it's a big role. And again, it's this Islamo-socialist thing where they, look at Mamdani, man. The guy, if you're not telling me he's purposely trying to tear down the city of New York, just trying to destroy it, then you're not seeing it. You know what I mean? You're lying to me if you don't believe that that's actually occurring. Because it's so blatantly obvious. What would he do different if he wanted to crash the city any faster, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid it when it's so blatantly obvious. I mean, yes, it's pretty traditional socialist stuff, but we know we have enough history, we have enough evidence. Socialism doesn't work. The little bit that we do in this country already is already bad enough. It already has caused enough problems. Like, we have the evidence. It's clearly that he's trying to destroy the city. I think there's ulterior motives. I think he's aligned with some big money players like Alex Soros. He has, of course, his picture with old Alex Soros, and they plan on buying up all that property that they're going to force the rich people to give up.
Yeah, and now there's a petition going around to try to prevent Mamdani from attending the 9/11 memorial, which is coming up in about a month or so. And that's interesting because he's kind of like, there's nothing that's going to keep him away from there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. But I think people should definitely sign the petition. I think they should get a huge number of people. And I think people should boo him when he shows up, because I think that is the most American thing that you could do, is boo your local politician.
Yeah, well, they're saying that a bunch of people are going to basically turn their back to him if he comes out there and tries to speak. So, we'll see. That would be a good message to be sent, but, it all remains to be seen. We've got a good month and change before then, and I don't know, the way things are going, he's losing his popularity very, very quickly, Yeah.
But his diehards are getting more rabid. But yes, his coalition that got him elected is kind of shocked at some of the things that he's doing already.
Yeah. Hey, can you take the mic for a second? I'll be right back.
Yep. And so one of the compounding factors with the New York thing is then, of course, some of these land rules and other things that he's putting in place that are exposing who owns the wealthiest property in New York. When you have a list that's publicly available and then collate it specifically and make it searchable, that is kind of what I would call a dog whistle to your fellow brown shirts, your Antifa types, to go and attack these wealthy people, because, again, the wealthy, of course, are stealing from you according to the socialist playbook, and so you must steal back all of the wealth that they've taken. And so you combine what he's doing with pushing out the wealthy and then creating a target list of the wealthy landowners, you see that it does seem to be a cohesive plan, a coordinated effort, if you will, to take down the wealth of New York City. If they don't intend on doing it, if it's not intentional, then they're quite possibly the dumbest politicians on earth. But when it comes to socialists, they know what they're doing in most cases. Usually what ends up happening is the socialists use their wealth and power that they gain from taking over and driving out the what they call bourgeois, and they use that to build up a totalitarian state in which they are at the top of the pyramid and rule over everyone else with absolute authority. And that, I think, is really the goal here. Because socialists, their goal is never to actually take care of the working man. Their goal is to pad their own wealth. That's their goal.
Yeah, it's always kind of been that way, hasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it starts with good intentions. Did some of them actually think it'll work? You know what I mean? Some of them think it might be a good idea to, you know, confiscate all the condos on the Upper West Side that have no one in them and give them out to the homeless people, you know, or dot Section 8 housing everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, just all the things that they would look to do. There's going to be a lot of market apartments coming on the market in New York City. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot. And some would call that a crisis, a disaster. You know, if the real estate prices in New York came down, you know, 30, 40, 50%, there'd be a lot of turmoil. There'd be a million bankruptcies. There'd be disaster everywhere. But he could look you in the eye and say, you know what? I lowered rent.
Yeah. And the useful idiots would go right along with it. They'd be like, that's great. But then, you know, you get what you got in the 70s with landlords burning their apartment buildings down instead of selling them to the government for the insurance money. That's why
Exactly.
That's why the 70s were so bad in New York, is you had a terrible policies that led to a total collapse of the ability to run a rental business in the city, and that just spread the crime throughout the city. Like, you know, you destroy all these low affordability apartments, and people are now out on the street. Crime goes berserk. You don't have enough tax money to pay the police. I mean, we've actually been here before in New York City. It's kind of wild that people voted for it again.
Yeah, it's just takes long enough that people kind of forget, and then they want to try it again. You know what I mean? They get convinced that it's just because they weren't around then. You know, these college students now, they have no idea about Giuliani's days, you know?
Yeah.
They just think Rudy Giuliani's a monster. That's all they know about Rudy Giuliani. He's a Trump guy. You know, they have no recollection of his time as mayor when he actually was, you know, America's mayor. He did a phenomenal job back in the day. He cleaned things up.
One of the greatest mayors in the history of New York City, if not the country.
Well, New York City's turnaround was one of the biggest of like modern times. You know what I mean? It was just incredible what it went from, you know, and turned into. I wish I could, you know, bring up specific examples. I can, but they're so obscure. I don't think most people would appreciate them, like CBGB, you know. But you know, the Bowery, how the Bowery like today is, you know, $1 million condos everywhere.
The square where they have the ball drop, Times Square.
Times Square, yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the red light district. That was all prostitution and gangs and drug dealing, and he cleaned all of that up and turned it into a mecca of commercial opportunity.
Oh man, Broadway, all that stuff, it's incredible.
Yeah. And
yeah, you're right, that was a red light district. That's a great example. That was a no-go zone after dark.
Yep.
You know, sure, you know, on your lunch break or on your way to work, it's probably fine to, you know, walk quickly through there, but, you know, you wouldn't want to linger. And unless you wanted to score drugs, you know, then there you go. It's all for you. It's New York City. What do you want, right? It's all out your front door.
Yeah. It was,
you know,
but what he did for the city was amazing. And then it seems Mandani is very intent on reversing all of that.
Yes. I think, again, from some standpoint, his intentions on some level, I don't know, is he just some naive socialist or is he really truly evil? I think, there's the Islamic aspect of it, which is taqiyya, and to be able to lie to people, to be able to look somebody who's not a Muslim in the eye, and you're allowed to lie to them as long as it advances the Allah's word, as long as it brings people ultimately closer to Allah. You can lie straight to their face and do the opposite and whatever you want to do. It's it's just part of their dogma.
Yeah.
And so, is he just doing that to try to take everyone down, or does he actually believe in some point in here that state-owned grocery store is a good idea?
Yeah, I don't know. From what I've heard from people who've actually talked to the guy and met him, they say he's a true believer in the global citizen thing, like the World Economic Forum global citizen. Mm-hmm. Like he's 100% believer in that stuff. So I don't know if that's all a facade, but it seems like he's clearly using the Islam thing for brownie points. Like, I don't think he's a true believer in Islam. He'll help him out because it'll do good for him in the polls, but I don't think he actually is a true believer in Islam. I think he's one of these globalist WEF types.
Mm-hmm. And eventually, the people living there are going to get really, really sick of it. All the people in the upper echelons, the people in power, so to speak, they're just going to have their little dinner parties and whatnot, and the word's just going to keep getting more and more negative over time as they keep meeting and saying, hey, gosh, the grocery store downstairs from me closed.
Yep.
I don't live anywhere near Harlem. Why is this thing closed? Well, the times are tight and yada, yada. Now I got an empty place down there and I got to walk 5 blocks to go get groceries. And I live in a $10 million apartment that kind of sucks when you go look at someone's $10 million home in Dallas, You go down there and you're like.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's not the only city that it's happening to either. You have the very similar thing happening in Seattle right now. Mm-hmm. Very bad situation with their communist mayor. She is completely insane. So she's more of an idiot than a true believer. She's like never held a real job in her life, but that she's kind of standard for the politician we get out here on the West Coast, though. They have did you know the Democrats have a whole school for raising female politicians in the Democratic Party?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's wild. I forget what the name is, but they have a whole school that they go out and recruit the women that have the right look, and then they educate them on the political process and how to run for office, and they give them all the talking points, and they create these little mini AOCs all up and down the West Coast.
Yeah, because AOC was like completely picked out of thin air, just like you're describing. She literally 14,000 or some people applied, and they interviewed bunches of them, and they picked her. And again, here's your talking points. Good morning, AOC. Today's August 2nd. Here's your talking points for the day. You've got a meeting on, Meet the Press and whatever else, and just say these things. It's that easy.
Yep.
If they ask you anything else, just go back to these talking points and say Donald Trump is horrible.
Yeah. I think you could run for office, John. I think you got it down pretty good. Just put a D beside your name and you're in there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Donald Trump, you want to ask me about abortion, but Donald Trump did this. He's a poopy head.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's literally the whole thing. It's literally the whole campaign they have. That, and the only other foundational things they have, we always say, we know you hate Donald Trump. What are you for? And finally, last week on Meet the Press, they came out and said, this is what we're for. We want to get rid of the Senate. We want to get rid of the presidency and the Supreme Court as we know them. We want to get rid of cops. We want to get rid of borders. We want to get rid of ICE. We want to get rid of the FBI. And what else, man? They came out and said it. They admitted it. That's their platform. AOC is the #1 contender for the presidency at this point in time, right now. If they held the primaries for the Democratic Party today, she would likely win. And she's a Democrat socialist. So they're potentially nominating someone who stands behind those types of radical, crazy, nutjob ideas. Even James Carville is ready to quit the Democratic Party if he has to share a stage with Hassan Piker.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hassan has a lot more people that know who he is than people who remember who James Carville is. That's the problem. The problem is I think you shared an article the other day that it's like 60% of Democrats agree with the Democratic Socialists in some manner. Like,
okay, I have that article right here. Yeah. Washington Post Ipsos poll found that 55% of U.S. adults and 54% of registered voters would not support a Democrat socialist for president, while 75% of Democrats would, and only 10% of Republicans would.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you've got 75% of the Democratic Party who would vote for a socialist who wants to get rid of all borders, get rid of all cops, get rid of all prisons, destroy the Senate. Get rid of the Senate, folks. I mean, let's talk about nutsos. Let's talk about some wacko nut jobs. You know, this is it.
And just so people fully understand the Senate thing, and I know senators are not popular. I don't like the Senate. I don't like the way they behave. But the reality is the Senate is constitutionally created. To get rid of the Senate, you would have to basically destroy the Constitution. They are talking about eliminating the Constitution and creating a Chinese-style socialist governing body that wears the American Constitution as a skin suit. That's what they're talking about.
And the Senate is what binds the United States together, right? We are 50 United States, but at the end of the day, we are all independent states. And without that provision for the Senate and 2 representatives per state, then a lot of places like, say, Nevada, Wyoming, Idaho, you know, why are they interested in this anymore? They've got nothing there anymore, right? I got 1 congressman out of 500 for my entire state. You know what I'm saying? So they're gone. They have no interest in this form of government anymore. All kinds of small East Coast, states could do the same thing as well. Rhode Island, Connecticut,
New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they're given that representation as for a reason. We would not have the United States if we didn't have the Senate there to oversee the Congress and be represented by 2 members from every state. And so tear it down all you want, but you're disassembling the union. Now you're, going to be ruling a few states because Texas ain't going to want that. Even though they'll get all kinds of congressional seats, they don't want nothing to do with this wacko stuff. Oklahoma, goodbye. Kansas, no thanks. A lot of Midwestern states are just not going to be down for this wacko stuff coming out of, these handful of elite nut jobs, socialists in Washington, D.C.
Yep. It's why it's so important these midterms to bring these people that Trump has upset. We need somehow to get them to come out and vote against the socialists. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how we talk them into it. But there is a large contingent of the people that voted for Trump that are not Republican voters. They don't vote Republican generally. They're not interested in what Republicans have to say at their local level. And they came out and voted hard for Trump. I think it was 8% of Trump's voters were registered Democrats. We're not going to get them in the midterms. And so we're in a scary situation with like you said, we have some tried and true socialists running in some states for the Senate and for the House that have because of low turnout on the Republican side, have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, the governor is it Wisconsin or Minnesota? That Wong, I think, is her name. just crazy-eyed, far left. She said the other day that she's had a mental diagnosis for, I don't know, paranoia or something.
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
she's on the record saying, so there's a governor too, right? And is that any better than Tim Walz, right, at the end of the day?
No.
That's quite an upgrade, folks. Quite an upgrade. So, yeah, it's all over the place. I mean, and, there's two ways to look at this, right? When we go into the primaries here, we could say, Democrats, man, wake up. Listen to James Carville. I mean, if you're young, just listen to him. Don't turn on the video, too. You don't want to see the guy. You just want to hear what he has to say.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
If you're under 50, you probably don't want to look at the guy. He's going to set you. He's going to scare you a little bit at night when you try to go to bed.
Yeah.
But listen to him. Listen to what he's saying, because the Democratic Party, if you let these guys take over, you're done. No one's going to take you seriously ever again. So I would say the Democratic Party, man, yeah, get up on it and wake up and stop this stuff. But if you are going to put up these, these Democrat Socialists of America, these DSA nut jobs, then I can't wait for the midterms, man. I can't wait to actually go to, November 4th or whatever it is this year and vote, because you guys are going down. Nobody wants this stuff. As soon as the ads start coming out and they put your words on, you want to abolish the police, abolish prisons. But wait, what? Wait, I voted for this guy in the primary. You're telling me he wants to abolish prisons and cops and replace it with nothing?
Yeah, the question will be is if that makes an impact on the voters who are like, because they're going to be putting out all kinds of messaging about gas prices, affordability, data centers, all things that they blame, quote unquote, Republicans for. It's going to be which message do people resonate more with? Like, can you get your base excited to come out and vote with socialists bad? I don't know that that's going to work. I mean, again, I hope so, but I don't know, because a lot of younger people are they're kind of just don't care. They're fed up with the way things have gone, and they want to check out.
In this article I was talking about earlier, that also says that 75% of independents are like scared to death, will never vote for the Democrat Socialist stuff. You know what I mean? So there's a red lining there, a silver lining there, and the fact that once it comes out really what they're for, and they are going to have to get on a debate stage. I mean, Katie Hobbs just said she's not going to debate again this term. Don't need to debate.
Our governor's not debating out here either.
Yeah, ridiculous. But I say if you can't debate, you should just automatically forfeit 10 points, right? Whatever. You got to win by 10 if you're not going to debate. But that's another story. People want the bread and butter stuff, man. They just want to know that they can wake up and have a good job and keep their job and feed their family and get the kids through college and, somehow maybe one day retire.
100%.
And so when they start hearing about this radical change, it's got to be frightening for just about everybody. So I hope that stuff gets out front and center. I hope we really start having some good debates about that. We had this Democrat socialist in Maine, the transgender one. When asked what her qualifications was, she said she likes to write and is also a musician. So that's the debate I want to have. I want to have that debate. Okay, you're a musician. What do you play? The flute? Great. Good for you. What do you know about running a state? How about that?
Yeah. That would be a good qualification. How do you run a state? Do you have any experience running anything? Have you ever run your own life before? Like actually done something with it? Like, that would be good qualifications just to start. But I don't think Democrats really care about any of that. At least not the party. The party doesn't.
Well, that's the thing, right? I would hope that these nutjob DSA people are a real fringe, a real vocal fringe. They're starting to pop up and, win some offices now. But man, I just hope when people start seeing what's going on here, they wake up really quick. And that the Democratic Party of my parents, would never, this is not it. That was Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton would want nothing to do with this. Bill Clinton would be a Republican today. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there.
I would say Trump is Bill Clinton, but that's like basically they have very similar policies. They went about it different ways, but very similar policies.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. JFK, if he was alive today, would be so far to the right. He'd be carrying a tea bag around.
Oh, they'd be calling him a fascist. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, gosh, you want to, get rid of look into the FBI. You want to audit the Fed? What are you, nuts? You sound like Ron Paul.
Yep. It's wild how far left they've gone. It really is.
We taking a break?
Mm-hmm. At the 40-minute mark, we will. Let's go to break, folks. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Fantastic.
My clock
Thank you,
has
Mark.
20 seconds into 40, but that was...
Actually, I have 41 right now.
I just clicked
turned
41 myself.
Yep.
41,
We're a couple
13,
seconds over.
14, 15, 16.
It's a good conversation about socialists. It happens.
All right, so let's see here. I've got 2 articles I wanted to talk about here. And there they are.
What articles we got this time?
Yotivation posted a thing about this robot startup company that's offering humanoid home cleaning service for $30 an hour to select people in San Francisco, where the person operates the robot from a central location with assistance from AI. Okay, so some guy on a desk in India is basically controlling the robot that's going around cleaning your house.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so, homie. No. I don't even like electric cars, man.
But I could go to, the temp agency. Sorry, wrong pipe.
Don't die from it.
You're going to go to the temp agency and send your robot instead of you? Okay.
No, I mean, there's no way that somebody operating a robot from across the planet is going to work as fast as somebody who's just there cleaning up, I can go to Home Depot and get somebody for $15 an hour who's going to rock this thing. It'll do it 10 times faster.
Yeah, and they won't
That's
take
what
breaks.
I thought. Yeah, I don't know.
Unless there's technical issues or power problems.
My personal experience with cleaning people is they're super fast, super efficient, and super cheap. And you can find dozens of companies in your area. I don't know why.
And they're trustworthy.
Yeah.
Topless mates, right? There you go.
They're not going to go in with AI and index everything in your apartment and map it out in some program with every detail that they, literally every detail.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a little odd. I can't imagine the usefulness of it unless they're using these robots as these are like training robots that are training the AI for the robots that are going to take care of the old people in the future, since we don't have enough people to take care of them.
Yeah, I bet some of that is involved here.
Yeah, could be.
They'd be dumb not to involve some sort of training in this, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it just should have seen what years ago I covered a story where J.B. Hunt partnered with Google AI to log all of their trucking data.
Yeah.
So that they could train the auto drivers. Yep.
Well, if you drive for J.B. Hunt and you come up on your time, it turns the truck off without you even turning the key. I knew some drivers back in the day that drove for them, and no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was very similar for Frito-Lay as well.
Yeah,
any of those kind of companies.
Yeah, And I'm sure the Walmart drivers are in the same boat. But anyways, we got about 30 seconds, and then we'll be back.
I want to bring up something you said about the data centers too. We'll come back.
Okay.
So I'll use that to lead into the robots.
All right, here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday Night Edition. And, you know, I've got another story I want to dive into here, but as a good transition, I'll bring up something you mentioned in the last segment, which had to do with data centers. You know, data centers. It's an interesting thing because, you know, you're talking about how, you know, the Republicans are the ones sort of pushing those, and yet I think, you know, most of those companies that own these things are probably Silicon Valley spinoffs or some, you know, like a Google, companies like those that are doing this. So it's interesting to hear you call it sort of a left-right thing.
Well, only at the political level. It's not really like at the actual level of what's actually going on. It's an industrial thing. It has nothing to do with right left. But how it's playing out for politics for the midterms is Democrats are going to be against them because Republicans were in office when they were like, yeah, exactly.
So Donald Trump pushes it. He puts down some legislation that says, hey, you guys got to provide your own power. But other than that, go for it. And so now they're saying, whoa, we want a moratorium on it and we can't do this. It's sort of an arms race with China, but we want to put a 1-year moratorium on it and give them a year head start.
Yeah.
You know?
It's almost like some of the people in the Democratic Party are aligned with China. Anyway.
No, that couldn't be.
No.
That couldn't be. All that money? Yeah, you know, the Democrat Party, $2 million in debt. But suddenly everybody's flush, you know? Act Blue is just lighting up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talk about data centers, and another thing I'm not quite sure about, I just the water pollution and the water consumption from data centers, aren't they closed loop systems mainly?
Yeah. It's what seems to be, from what I've been able to gather, the water issues are twofold. In some areas, the maintenance on the water systems has not been kept up properly, and it's fed some chemicals into water treatment plants of local areas, and it's caused some major damage and problems. There's just a lawsuit about it against Meta up in Wyoming. But then on the other side, it's they're putting these things in some places that are undeveloped areas, and they have to tap water sources, and people are concerned about the water tables in those areas. Yes, they are closed loop, though. Once they get the water in them, generally speaking, they use very little water compared to, say, something like farming or other industrial processes.
Folks at home, think about it like the radiator fluid in your car, right? It keeps circulating and going through your engine and back up to the radiator, cools off, goes back through. It's sort of like one of those types of systems. And then they talk about the light pollution that they generate. And I'm like, well, why do they have to generate light pollution? I mean, do they have a bunch of like giant spotlights on the roof that point in every direction? Like, okay, turn those off. I agree.
Yeah, right? I think they have a bunch of security measures, but yeah, you could be better neighbors, right? You know, like turn them down, low wattage, that kind of thing.
But that seems like the easy thing for the city ordinance to be like, dude, you know, hey, we all took a vote, like turn the damn lights off, you know, come on, at night, at least turn them down, point them somewhere else, not at our homes, you know. But
right, exactly.
If they're even doing that to any kind of degree, it sounds like a lot of these are sort of anecdotal incidents that occurred somewhere, and you know, they would be fixable to one degree or another, especially when you're talking about, you know, a tens of hundreds of $1 million investment. You know, the light bulbs are your concern. Okay, we've got $250 million in this plant. We can turn some lights around for you, if that's your biggest complaint. But anyway, there is a new startup in San Francisco that is using a humanoid home cleaning service. And for $30 an hour, you can get a robot to come over to your house and clean it for you. It is run with assistance from a person, more than likely in India, who's going to operate the robot. And then there's AI. We are assuming, before we went on air, that it's an AI sort of training vehicle that can assist in some mundane task, push the broom back and forth 6 times. You just start to fish the broom and maybe it just keeps going left and right until it looks clean or whatever. And now you're training it and it's getting it done. But here's an AI robot that you can hire to come to your home and clean it up for you with the assistance, again, of a human being. But it's the humans on the other side of the planet and AI. And I don't know, Doc, are you interested in this?
No, Alex, I am not.
No.
No autonomous or otherwise types robots in my life, unless I built it myself. Like now, at some point, I think that's going to be possible, and it's going to be very cheap. But right now, I'm not interested in being a guinea pig for the AI companies. Just not interested.
Yeah, and if you just hire a cleaning person to come over, at least that person's going to walk home with $60 in their hand, right?
Yes.
Whereas here the robot gets the money and some guy in India gets 60 cents, to run it for those 2 hours.
Yep. And that money does not go into your local economy.
Mm-hmm. Now, if they're smart, what they would do is make some game called, Clean the House and put it on Steam for free.
That would be genius. And I can't believe you just gave away that idea for free, John.
Because you have little kids lined up to play this Clean the House game all day, and they'd love it.
Yep, they would.
It's so interactive, dude.
That'd be the way to do it. If you really wanted to hide, like if you had some super secret, terrible agenda with robots, but you wanted to hide it and make it look fun and nice, that's how you would do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a million games on Steam that get 1 million downloads each that are like, let's go mow the lawn or clean up leaves. Things that you could never get your kid to do in real life. They spend 4 hours playing on Steam.
Yep. It's very true. But I think actually that will be something that happens in the future. I think that will actually be part of the robotic future we have. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of new games. Jobs. They will be like games, but there's going to be all kinds of new jobs that appear once AI and robotics become central to everything. So I'm certain that we'll see stuff like that happen at some point.
And, the token ecosystem can support something like that so quickly right out of the box. You know what I mean? Like, boom,
exactly.
You're earning Ethereum or Bitcoin for playing, the game where you go clean someone's apartment and you actually clean someone's apartment in the process and get paid for it.
Yep, exactly.
It'll probably look like that 60 cents we talked about, but still, you got 7 kids, put them to work, man. Buy 7 computers and send them at it all day while you go to work.
Yep, exactly.
That's right. Anyway, and our last bit of news before we got to take our final break for the night, we've got the Texas Stock Exchange officially went live today. Let's go. Actually, no, it didn't go live today. I'm sorry. The date on this is August 2nd. It's going into full-scale operation as we speak, though. I think we're doing pre-market equities tonight, and then, tomorrow it'll be full-blown Monday morning, open up Texas Stock Exchange as a thing. TXSE, for those in the know. And it's a pretty cool thing.
Yep, New York has no competition. Yep.
Yeah, NASDAQ and NYSE listed equities will be listed here as well. So all these, corporate giants that are leaving New York and going to Texas now have their own stock exchange right down the road. That's the place to be. If you're in finance and you've got the wherewithal to start working on the floor there, I'd be down there tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with bells on,
Yes, sir. Camping out. Asking for a job. Anybody walking in the building.
Or, if you have the ways and means, you make your own job there. Go make markets or whatever. There's a million ways. to skin a cat in a new exchange like that, you're just on board like round one. Pretty incredible opportunities.
Oh, that's for sure.
But we got to go to break, folks. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Yeah, that Texas Stock Exchange. I covered that on Saturday Crypto Talk a couple weeks ago, and they started a limited run of just a couple things, and everything seemed to go well. So it's going to be wild. That competition with New York, Texas, New York is it's going to ramp up, especially with Mandani being a crazy person.
Did they say where it's going to be at here in Texas? I didn't see anything. Dallas. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's a good place for it.
Yeah.
Well, and if you know anything about Dallas, that is the hub of the South, the South Central military oil, like all that money that came out of the Bobby Bush
sense.
Republicans. That's their area. That's their part of the country has been for the since the Wildcat days, and they are really taking it to the Northeasterners, man. They're whooping their butts in economics right now.
I'm just so glad that it wasn't put in like Houston or Austin.
Austin couldn't handle a place like that. It's not built for Austin. Is the Portland of Texas?
Oh my God! I mean,
Houston could potentially be a really good place for a commodities exchange. Like if the CME got sick of Chicago.
I believe that. Yeah. That'd be good for that.
Don't be surprised if something like that comes down the pipe.
Oh no, I'm not surprised at all.
CME has been fighting with a bunch of different crypto companies because of they're supposed to handle commodities, and Bitcoin and certain other Ethereum are considered commodities, and they want them regulated as commodities and all this other stuff. So they're not making a lot of friends on Capitol Hill right now on the Republican side.
Well,
that's for sure.
The thing is, they don't want them regulated as equities for sure, right? So the CFTC would be the much better, thing to have it regulated under.
The bankers want a whole new crypto law, though. That's the bankers really want a crypto law that gives them their monopoly power. They don't want crypto to be treated like a commodity.
Yeah, they want the fiat tether market.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and switch rooms, guys.
Alrighty.
And we'll try to get Willie in. All right, that was hour 1. Hour 2 coming right up. You're listening to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We're on break right now, and we're coming up, and we're going to set up for hour 2. Hey,
and we're live.
And I'm trying to get a hold of Willie.
Okay.
He's going to say,
Willie,
where's my link?
Send him a link. Oh. Where's that guy at?
What guy? Willie?
That Willie guy. He's taking forever.
I don't know.
He's always slacking. Always.
You'd be like, hey. There he is.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah, don't let him in. That's
don't
the
let
trick.
him in?
Don't.
God.
Oh, no. Too
Yeah,
late.
I think it's too late now, but his
Should have told me ahead.
God.
Oh, he's
All
still
right.
Larry. Oh, there he is.
He's in here.
Look out.
Hi, Willie.
Hi, I heard you, man. You trying to censor me? That's what it is. You trying to get rid of the old Willie, man. Hey,
No, man.
hey, everybody.
It's your time.
Hey,
Your time.
Man.
You ain't heard nothing.
How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Good. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, I'm doing good, man. Hey, this tonight will be the last show that I'll ever be doing again because I'm gonna make y'all mad and y'all gonna throw me out of here.
Why?
Uh-oh. Good luck with that,
good.
sir. Good luck with that. Unless you tell me the worm hot dogs are coming off the markets, I think we'll be fine.
Hey, did you get that box of worm hot dogs I sent you, man?
I did.
Yeah, hey, they are delish. Hey, I sent you the ones with the ranch dressing, and when you bite into them, how you bite into them, they squirt all over the place. They go squirty squirt. Them there's called my Squirtle worm hot dogs. What they are? Come on.
Your prototype department knocked it out of the park, man. It's pretty close. It's a little bit of tweaking, and you'll be right there.
Yeah. Hey, we on the show yet, man? Hey, because I gotta introduce everybody out there to Willie's Round Table Worm Farm Radio Show, man.
You can go ahead right now, and then when it's time, I'll give John the countdown, and we'll be ready to go. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, all right, hold on, man. Let me get my monkeys, man. Hey, my monkeys, they run the control room up here on the billboard. Hey, we broadcasting live from the billboard here in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, we broadcasting all the way down to I-10, down around Florida, going all the way over into Texas. Hey, man, we done broaden our horizons is what we done, man. Hey, and we got all kind of stuff going on.
That's what Joe Rogan does. He runs his horizons. Of course, he uses DMT.
The what?
Drugs, Willie. He does drugs.
Oh, drugs. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou got a bunch of sisters. They into drugs, man.
Oh, my God.
Hey, bunch of skanks is what they are.
Well, you always talking about Aunt Mama Lou when she's never around.
Hey, Mark. Well, Mark, you are not recognized. You are not recognized. You are not recognized. Hey, y'all seen that, man? Hey, that Dr. Fauci. Hey, look at him now. Y'all cannot be talking bad about Dr. Fauci, man. Hey, because he gonna sue half the people in the world for talking bad about him.
We haven't covered Fauci too much.
Yeah.
Not tonight at all.
What he said, he said he gonna sue everybody that's talking bad about him. That ain't no lie, man. I got it here right.
But if he can afford the lawyers to do that, then I guess he can afford the lawyers and the security to protect him, right? So
yeah, man. Hey,
we're good.
Hey,
we're good.
Hey, y'all seen that? Hey, y'all seen that Dave Chappelle thing that they come out with, man? Talking about I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Come on, 2, 3, 4, 5. I plead the fifth. He said he ain't gonna cop to nothing, man. Hey, but the thing about it is, that was old Biden gave him a pardon, and they got a law out there, man, saying that if you get a pardon, that you can't plead the fifth.
Oh yeah,
well, I hope they put him in jail for that. At least 6 months for that would at least be some kind of punishment for that guy.
Yeah, but no, hey, they gonna send him to that jail that Todd guy got sent to down there in Pensacola on a military base down there. I think Softly Field. I think it's Softly Field. Yeah, hey man, that place is a resort. They got swimming pools
30
and
seconds,
tennis courts
guys.
and comfy queen size beds. Man, come on.
Of course.
Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3.
Testing 1, 2.
2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, August 2nd, 2026. With me tonight, as always, we've got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
Not too much in my neck of the woods, but we got our guest, Willie, as always, and he's always got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, our next guest wrote a book about how the South actually won the Civil War. And the interesting thing is he put it out as a serious documentary, but it's now the #1 selling comedy book on Amazon. Willie, welcome to the show.
Yeah, no, hey, man, hey, that wasn't no proper, hey, that's true, though, man. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all some things y'all didn't know. Yeah, I mean, y'all might have known it, but forgot you noted or whatever, man. Hey, but that was not a proper introduction. Hey, for all y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, and we are currently broadcasting live from the billboard out here on I-26 in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, but hey, that whole thing about the Civil War, man. Hey, Robert E. Lee. Hey, let me tell y'all. Hey, I'm kin to him.
Comedy. This is comedy. This is a skit. It's so funny, guys. This is a skit. Yeah. Listen to him. It's good stuff.
Yeah. No. Hey, this is true stuff, man. Hey, it might not sound true, but it is, man. Hey, my name's Lee, Willie Lee, and Robert E. Lee. Hey, I was kin to him. I hate to say it, but I am, because everybody talking about how great Robert E. Lee was, man, but he wasn't great at all. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all what Robert E. Lee done. Hey, what he done was he started a war. He didn't start the war, but he went up to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That's way up there in Northern Territory. That's 80 miles northwest of Washington, D.C. He took the whole army up there and got them killed, man. And at the same time, he left the South defenseless. That's what he done, man. Hey, and then Sherman come down. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened. This is history, man. Y'all write it down. Hey, Sherman come down, and he went down from northern Georgia down through Atlanta, and he burned Atlanta to the ground. On his way from Atlanta down to Savannah, he burned everything, and he killed all the animals and everything else, man, and all kind of stuff. I mean, it was scorched earth is what he called it. And after he got done burning Savannah down to the ground, he went up to Charleston, South Carolina, man. He burnt Charleston down to the ground, and he wasn't done then, man. He took I-26. Of course, I-26 wasn't I-26 back then. He took it all the way up to Columbia, and he burned Columbia down to the ground, man. I'm telling you.
This sounds like history. This doesn't sound like comedy.
Yeah, no, hey, it's all true. It's all true stuff, man. Robert E. Lee was a traitor to the Confederacy because he got all them boys. Hey, any general, anybody who has studied war will tell you that when you are low in numbers, you take a defensive position. But no, he didn't do that, man. Him and his army went all the way up there into the very heart of the North and left the South.
We all know that they don't raise them real smart down there now, do they?
Yeah, well, I'm telling no, he was smart. I'm telling you, because what had happened was, let me tell y'all what had happened. What had happened was before, the war started in 1861, but South Carolina seceded from the Union in December 20th of 1860 when James Buchanan was still president of the United States. And everybody said, hey, any state that don't like it here, they can secede from the Union. And then Abraham Lincoln, he won the election, and then he got to be president, and then in April, that's when the War of Northern Aggression started, man. Hey, they started sending troops down to Fort Sumter, and Fort Sumter, hey, they didn't like it. South Carolina didn't like it, and they fired on Fort Sumter because they done told the North not to refurbish Fort Sumter, and they were still trying to do it, man. Hey, and then the South, what happened, man? They fired on Fort Sumter. Then Abraham Lincoln, he said, hey, look at him. Hey, he said, y'all can't be firing on the American flag. And it didn't have nothing to do with slavery at that particular point in time, man. Hey, but we ain't going to get into the causes of the Civil War, nothing. And y'all keep in mind, y'all brought this up.
I think you just did.
This is
I think you went there.
The bottom line is the South lost. The South lost, and that's why it was a comedy. They got their butts kicked. They got cleaned up.
No.
Didn't we all lose?
No.
No.
that's what my documentary is about, man. The South didn't lose. The South won. Hey, the South won. And a whole bunch of people in the higher ups in the South, they got together with the higher ups in the North, and they let all them carpetbaggers and scallywags come down and do anything.
Well, that is true. They did do that.
Man. Hey,
we're about getting ready for break, so
no, we ain't.
Any last words you want to say, Willie? You got about a minute left before we go. Anything to say?
Hey, I got longer than that, man. I'm looking at the clock. These things what I'm talking about, man. These are called did not know-isms. Did not know-isms. I'm telling y'all some things that y'all did not know, and they are.
I learned all of that in school. What are you talking about?
No,
I learned all of that.
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
I've never heard of Gettysburg before tonight.
No, hey, you didn't learn all of what I just told you, man. You learned
only the last part.
No, hey, Kay, I'm telling y'all, man, Kay, what they do in school is they teach you dates, and they're like, well, this happened between that date, and then this date and that date, but they don't tell you the reasons why and what happened before then, man. Hey, because I can go into telling y'all about what they call the Morrill Tariffs of 1848 and why the South seceded from the Union, because they was being taxed so much on their cotton, man. Hey, but I ain't wanting to man, y'all sidetracking me. I got other things I want to talk about. Look at him. Hey,
I had a good history teacher, though. I had a really good history teacher.
Here's what I want to know, Willie. Why?
Hey, you are not recognized.
Why?
Mark, you are not recognized.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Security. Hey, security, haul him out. Get him. Get him out of there. No. Hey, I got stuff I want to tell y'all, man. Look at y'all sidetracking.
Get to it. Hey,
I got Fauci's lawyer trying to get a word in edgewise.
That's true. You got his lawyer.
Hey, look at him. Hey, I ain't gonna talk bad about Fauci. I like Fauci, man. I like Fauci. I like Donald. Hey, Sarah. Hey, y'all know who she is, but y'all don't know who she is. Sarah Cannon. Hey, y'all know who Sarah Cannon is? Yeah, you do.
I think I do, but I don't think we're allowed to talk about that.
I'm not sure.
No, I ain't talking about Sarah Connor from Terminator, man. Sarah Cannon. Sarah Cannon was Minnie Pearl. Did y'all know that Minnie Pearl had a real name? I didn't know it. I'm telling you, I didn't know it until
I don't know
this
who Minnie
week.
Pearl is.
Yeah, what?
Pearl, don't give your love to Earl.
Hold on. Did he just say he don't know who Minnie Pearl is?
I do not.
Guess.
Hey, look, Doc 69. Hey, we can't be friends, man. I'm telling you, hey, I love you and all that, man. And I got a question for you, too. I love you, but we can't be friends. If you don't know who Minnie Pearl is, man, look at her. Hey, she was a comedian. No, she was on Hee Haw. Y'all don't remember Minnie Pearl? And she's like, howdy. Hey, you don't know her? Howdy.
I may. Let me look at her face. I'm going to look her face up real quick.
Yeah, look her up.
Yeah, you've seen her before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
she wore a tag on her hat, and the tag was a price tag for $1.98. Hey, and she only had that tag on her hat just so she could have something to talk about. It was what they called a conversation starter. Hey, look at him out there in Radio Land. Hey, y'all look it up, man. Sarah Cannon. Hey, that's what you call a did not know-ism. Hey, and there's all kind of other stuff going on out there in the world too. Hey, let me tell y'all something else, man. Hey, there's this woman. Her name is Jean Shapiro, man. Hey, Janine. Yeah, that's what her name is. Hey, she's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, she done went and told Trump that it wasn't no knife that cut the reflecting pool. She said it was due to the contractor messing up and everything else, and didn't have nothing to do with nobody that cut the pool. She's crazy, man. Hey, because Donald Trump come out and he said flat out, man, don't you think Donald Trump knows better than her, man? He came flat out and he said that somebody cut a 350-foot gash into the pool, and I believe
that was a completely different situation. This was that Olympian guy who was on his bike, and he reached down and peeled some of it off with his thumb.
They arrested him.
They were trying to throw the book at him, but it was overkill by Trump. I don't know why he cares so much about that guy.
Yeah, no, that guy was, his name was David Hearn. He was an Olympian, like a gold medalist or something, man. I got an article right here in front of me, man. Hey, but hey, here's something else that y'all didn't know. Hey, Doc69, hey, I got a question for you.
Shoot, go.
Hey, look at him. Hey, here's what I want to know. Hey, why is it when people call you a dummy, it's spelled D-U-M-M-Y, and it's not spelled D-U-M-B-Y? Where the B is still silent. You dumb, man. You dumb is what you are. And not you, man. I'm just saying when you call somebody dumb, D-U-M-B. But if you call somebody a dummy, the B goes away. And it's dummy, D-U-M-M-Y. That's what I want to know, because you're supposed to be the smart one of the family, man.
Because the English language sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. It's
you
crazy.
Should start a trend where you put the B in, D-U-M-B-Y. That's what you should start that trend, Willie. I'll give you full credit for it if you get that thing rolling.
Yeah, hey, that's what we're going to do, man. Hey, because y'all know.
Yeah, but silly people pronounce it Dumby. They're not smart.
Yeah, hey, Dumby. That's what you are, man. You're a Dumby.
When they pronounce it like that,
yeah.
So when they pronounce it like that, that's how you know that they're a dummy.
Yeah, and I'm going to start calling people dumb. How you dumb? Dumb. That's what y'all dumb. Look at hey, hey, that's a pretty good one right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting there looking. I'm sitting there. Hey, y'all know. I come up with ideas all the time and stuff, man. Hey, and I pitched y'all. I told y'all about this new show last week. I was telling y'all about, man, about the airboat rides and stuff like that, and then the game warden that was trying to get after these. Hey, I got another idea, man. Hey, look at him. And this idea right here is going to be, and it's going to be based on a real story, man. This is based on something that's real true. Aunt Mama Lou got a bunch. She got 23 sisters, and this one particular sister, she's skank, man. She's a skank sister. She got 3 little girls, man. Hey, and she married this rich house builder, and he had 3 little boys, and they all moved in together. And they had this housekeeper that was dating the local deer processor and coon skinner and rabbit skinner. Hey, look at him. They all lived in this one house together, man. Hey,
the Brady Bunch. This sounds like the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch. No, man. Hey, I hadn't come up with a good name for it yet, man. And that's why I'm gonna pitch it to y'all. Y'all can come up with a name, man. Hey, but now picture this, man. I got the starting of it kind of wrote out, man. Hey, here's the opening scene. Y'all picture this. Now, when I say y'all picture this, you got to put your fingers together, put your index finger to your index finger, and your thumbs to your thumbs, and you got to hold that out in front of you like a picture frame. So y'all got to picture it, man. The opening scene.
Unless you're driving, of course. If you're driving, you don't need to do that. Just 2 hands on the wheel.
Yeah, if y'all driving, man, y'all not be doing that. Yeah, hey, the opening scene, man. The boys, they come running in with a dead rabbit, and they want Alice. They said Alice is actually the housekeeper's name, and they want her to.
This is definitely the Brady Bunch. This is definitely
no. They spell it with a G. Their name is Grady, though. Grady Bunch.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't come up with a name, man. Hey, but the housekeeper's name happened Brady Bunch. Man, it seemed like I heard about that show one time. I don't know. Anyway, hey, y'all sidetracking me, man. Hey, they want the housekeeper's name is Alice to skin the rabbit and cook it. But the boys, they didn't know that it was the girl's pet rabbit, and they ate the rabbit for supper because Alice had her boyfriend that was the processor take that rabbit and skin it and everything, man. And they made a rabbit stew.
Here.
Yeah, hey, don't sidetrack me, man. Hey, I'm on a roll here, man.
Did you by chance go to sleep last night with the TV on Nickelodeon by chance?
Yeah, no, man. I can tell y'all about a dream I had last night, man. It was about a big old tank that was full of poop, and the tank got emptied into a tanker truck, and the tanker truck didn't have enough room for all the poop, and it flowed over off onto the ground. Hey, that's a true story. Now, hey, you're sidetracking me though, man. Look at here. Hey, the pet rabbit. No, hey, I got
the Brady Bunch episode 215. Go ahead.
Is the sea dragon involved in this? at all?
Man, see, no, you sidetracked me, man. Come on. Hey, look, hey, this is a good idea, man. Hey, I spent a lot of time thinking about all this, man. Hey,
It's season 3, episode 6.
Episode.
No, hey, no, it was rabbit stew, man, and it had potatoes and bacon and bacon grease and
Did you fall
tomatoes.
asleep to listening to this episode?
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
happened?
No, man. Hey, I made all this up, man. So they ate the rabbit for supper, and the girls they liked it, but they didn't know that it was their pet rabbit. But then they said that the boys took it, but it turned out that their pet rabbit had jumped out of the window and succumbed to its injuries, and that's where the boys found the rabbit and had the housekeeper Alice cook it, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something though, man. Look at here, I ain't got but like 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes or so, man. Hey, look at here. Here's something y'all didn't know. Hey, y'all look it up, man. Hey, that Biden, he gave that, and I ain't gonna talk bad about Dr. Fauci. I ain't calling the man nothing, no names, and he was telling the truth
He was
every
a
time he got on.
bioweapons lab researcher, man. Like, it's okay to talk bad about him. It's okay.
Yeah. But
he's a Bond villain. He's a real life Bond villain.
Yeah, no, hey, I want to tell y'all why he can't plead the fifth, man. Hey, he can't plead the fifth because there was a case that happened back in 1896 called Brown versus Walker, and I didn't research it, man. And Brown versus Walker, they held that a person loses their Fifth Amendment right not to be to testify in a case that it might lead to incriminating themselves for the crime because they took a pardon, and the pardon takes away a possibility of one being able to incriminate himself, man. Hey, in addition to this, the court in 1915 called Burdick in the United States, they found that a person could legally
what about
refuse
state crimes?
Yeah, no. Hey, this is federal. Hey, he got international crimes going to be leveled against him by the time it's all said and done.
And state crimes too. I mean, there's like 5 states right now that are looking to prosecute him on things, and so he wouldn't be immune on a state prosecution. So he could say something that would incriminate him to the point where the state of whatever Florida says, "All right, dude, come down here. You're under arrest."
Yeah, no, man. Hey, cause he got. Hey, you know what? That's a valid point. Hey, man, you done blowed my mind because I never even thought about that. Man, you talk about smart. Look at him. Oh, I thought Doc 69 was smart. Hey, John Galtman, you have got it going on. You have done went and blowed my mind. Oh, look at him.
You remember Rosanna Dana? You're like her, Willie.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, no. Hey, no, that's what you call another perspective and another what they call a viewpoint, man. Perspective and viewpoint and ways of looking at things and taking. No,
lawyers know that auto signature on his pardon is probably not valid. There could be a very good argument to be made that Joe Biden may or may not have known anything about that. So if that was done illegally with the auto pen, then it doesn't even matter anyway.
Hey, no, that other fella, man, that fella, I can't even think of his name right now. He's supposed to be in the hospital. He just signed some documents with an auto pen, man. It's got to be. Mitch McConnell. He just signed a bunch of stuff.
Okay,
so he must be alive and well too, man. Hey, I want to tell y'all something else. So I ain't got but just a couple minutes, man. Hey, this is true. I Googleized it, and it is true. Chevron. Doggone, man. Hey, Chevron just posted a $12 billion quarterly profit, up nearly 400% from last year. Exxon made $14.5 billion, And that means that they're making $160 million a day. And they are getting rich off of the war in Iran, man. Hey, in 2024, Trump asked oil executives to raise $1 billion for his campaign and promised to deliver on their policy wish list. And they got their wish, man. Hey, they are making money hand over fist off of this war over in Iran, man. Hey, that's all true stuff, man, because I looked it up, man. Chevron, Exxon profits, true. In their second quarter earnings report, Chevron posted a record $12.1 billion in net profit. But I ain't got but a couple seconds. I got something else I want to tell y'all, man. Hey, look at here. Hey, time's cutting short, and I ain't even told y'all everything that I wanted to tell y'all, man. Hey, I got another idea, man, for a show. Hey, this is gonna be a cartoon, and it's gonna be called The Chimpsons.
It's time to take a break. Folks,
it's like
we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, flat Earth, man. Hey.
You got it in. You were awesome tonight. I was waiting for you to bring in Sigmund the Sea Monster. Oh, yeah, they got this Nessie out back. It sleeps in the shed.
See, that's why he doesn't let you speak.
Yeah.
I got something to do with Feed Me Seymour, I know.
Feed Me Seymour.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. Both the old one and the new one.
No.
The old one is the best.
Hey,
The black
I'm
and
gonna tell
white
y'all.
one is my favorite.
I have come to find out that one of the greatest movies of all time is Idiocracy.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
You are it, man. You're the reason.
And Blazing
The only thing you're doing wrong, Willie, is you don't have like 12 kids.
I won't go there. I'm close.
Yeah. The Idiocracy is definitely coming down the pipeline. We're like Idiocracy meets Terminator meets 1984.
Meets Donald Trump having a UFC fight on the lawn of the White House.
Well, that doesn't that fall in the Idiocracy bubble?
Yeah, exactly. You know, the whole monster truck thing.
Yep. Yeah. No,
he didn't execute the loser, though.
That's a shame. Missed an opportunity.
Is your name not sure? I'm not sure. That's my name, not sure.
Well, it's not Dinah.
What?
Sure.
I'm just shaking my head at you sometimes,
Dinah Shore.
man. Yeah, I get it. Everybody else gets it. Where did that even come from? Dinah Shore.
Trump plays golf, so I figured, hey, that's good,
The Chimpsons. It's like the Simpsons,
The
but with
Chimpsons?
monkeys.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chimps in space.
Well, that gives your monkeys something to do.
Yeah. I want to know, if you have so many monkeys now, why didn't they do that back during the Civil War? If those monkeys worked as hard for you, they could have worked just as hard for all those other Southern folks down there, right?
They
the
should have
monkeys were more expensive.
It would have been.
They should have had about 1,000 Rottweilers or pit bulls in front of them for the vanguard troops, man.
Yeah.
Sent them into there. Hey, but that's all true what I said about Robert E. Lee being a traitor. Hey, and Donald Trump come out and he said the gas has gone to the lowest level in decades. You're seeing $1.99 or $1.98. He said, I saw $1.95 in certain states. Y'all want to tell me what state has got gas below $2? Hey, I just went and got gas the other day. It was $3.79 for a gallon of gas.
Yeah, it's around that here too.
We haven't seen under 4 in like 3.5 years here.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's delusional, man. I mean, you gotta love the guy on one hand, but on the other hand, No, hey, I didn't even get to tell y'all about MySpace, man. MySpace is coming back. The original owner of MySpace, he's going to revamp it. Hey, and y'all need to go see Willie Lee at myspace.com, man. Come on.
And here's your countdown.
Love
5,
you guys, man. Later.
4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Doc, man, I feel bad for you. You got demoted to, what, like associate now? But Willie, you're no longer a friend?
Yeah, it happens. Occasionally, some people find out, and, you know.
Yeah, right. Well, he's not going to hit, he can't hit you up for money anymore, though, right?
I mean, I am going to be out all of those great business opportunities, and I will no longer get free worm hot dogs, but I think I'll live.
I mean, if you're not his friend, why would he pitch you, great business opportunities?
Yeah, right?
Exactly. He only does that for his friends.
Exactly. And all of the Radio Land listeners, of course.
So let's see. I was looking at the the headlines on Breitbart, and it's like deja vu all over again, right? Trump calls for peace. A peace deal is done. Deal is imminent. Iran talks start Monday. We're good to go. Iran disagrees, right?
Yep. Yeah.
It's this whole thing all over again. It's the deal's imminent. Yada yada. Give it 48 hours, and another ship will get shot. There's no deal.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the way it is with this war. Like, once you took out that top leadership level, now you activated this decentralized Hydra head thing, and Trump may have some sort of negotiation team talking with somebody, but that team isn't necessarily in charge of who fires the missiles on the coastline into the strait. So it's kind of tough to negotiate with those people.
Yeah, well, they have. Yeah, exactly, and they don't want to give anything up. They're the last remnants of the military that are still holding on to power. They've still got all the guns. They've still got rockets, and you name it, and they're not giving it up. And so we can talk till our heads turn blue. Or what he's going to do, though, is how pissed he was last time this thing fell through. I mean, break the deal again. You're going to see him get really ticked off, and it's going to get ugly because they're just winding him up at this point. Bring him back to the table. No. It's like Lucy with the ball and Charlie Brown.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but they've realized, I think, fully on both sides that they can play this yo-yo game back and forth and control components of the war that they're in favor of. And we're kind of really, truly in some sort of stalemate that I think they're just trying to wait out Trump until midterms. I don't think they have any intention of making any kind of deal, at least not the guys firing the rockets. I don't see why they would.
Yeah. Their job is to drag this out as long as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. In essence, that's the job. Drag this thing out, and who cares if it comes together or not? Like, it's just... But I don't know about the midterms. Like, what are the midterms going to do for them per se? You know what I mean?
It puts him in a bind politically for the midterms. It could cost him to lose support in the Congress, which has to do with keeping, like, if he keeps going with this, getting a vote to actually go to war might not be possible if he loses control of the Congress. That may be what they're thinking.
But he hasn't even pretended to try to go to Congress for any sort of approval for this, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's certainly an issue. I mean, but it's if they get in, there could be impeachments. There could be all kinds of things, like the Democrats. I'm saying if they get in, there could be all kinds of problems he has to deal with, which make it harder for him to wage war.
Yeah, they're going to impeach him on the very first day. The first thing they'll do is impeach him, and then that will be the focus of the House for the next, 6 months, 9 months. So they get through, and then it'll be the total focus to the Senate for, the rest of his entire term. Yeah. All the while, the press will report, live all day from CNN. You know, the impeachment process is going forward with, you know, groundbreaking news today that Donald Trump wiped his butt with his left hand instead of his right hand on the 12th of August in 2016 while he was on the campaign trail.
Absolutely. That's how it will be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And he washed his hands, sat down, and ate a hamburger with his left hand, folks. His left hand. Unbelievable.
Well, this is why so many people were so adamant about him not getting involved with Iran. I mean, yeah, we're a small contingent, maybe 14, 15% of his voting base, but this was why. Because we didn't want to get bogged down in this nonsense when we have so many other things that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm one of them that I wasn't too against it the first time you did it last year, and it was the 12-day war, right? Okay, great. Then he did it again this year, and I was expecting another 12-day, 14-day situation. But it turned into now 6 months, which is way too long. Way too long.
Yeah. And that's how most people feel.
It's almost like, I don't know, man. Part of me thinks if you're going to rip the Band-Aid off, rip it off. Otherwise, just go home, you know?
Yeah.
And going home might be the better option at some point. It really...
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there was one person, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's kind of a geopolitical guy. His thing was basically the only option of getting out of this without putting ground troops in there is we accept that they're going to charge $1 per barrel of oil coming out of there. We pull our troops out and we let the GCC and the Abraham Accords do their thing, open up trade, and just move forward. You know, we've destroyed a bunch of stuff. We'll have to rebuild, whatever. But just get out of there.
The trick is, though, I mean, they never collected $1 per barrel before. Why now? I mean, the UAE owns that, straight as much as Iran does, right? So does the UAE get $1 too?
They'll negotiate it. What I understand is actually taking place right now. Is there's conversations between Iran and Oman and one other country, and they're talking about splitting the payments between the three people who will secure the street.
Secure it. There's no need to secure it except for the fact that Iran is there with their missiles. I mean, what do you mean secure it? You know what I mean?
Well, that's not.
Oh, you're going to guarantee security, are you? It's like the mafia.
That's what the United States was doing in the Middle East, though. That's exactly what the United States was promising all these Gulf countries, is we'll build all these military bases in your country and we'll secure the strait so that you don't have to worry about it. And that clearly, once we started the war, was not something we could actually do. And so it will, I mean, the only other option now that we've started is to go to that model, unless you want to send 500,000 troops in to invade Iran.
No, don't want to do that. But if, Saudi Arabia wants to do it, we'll give them all the air support and you name it, man. They'd
rather make a deal.
Make it impossible for you to lose. But not American soldiers. It's their neighborhood. I mean, again, these are all Muslim countries. They should be religion of peace. They should all be loving brothers to each other.
Yeah,
and that shouldn't even be in question that any ship or any, would have any danger whatsoever in the heart of the religion of peace. I don't get it, Yeah,
well, oil money supersedes all religion when it comes right down to it.
Oh, yeah. When you talk about, I mean, how many billions of barrels go out of there every day that we're talking about going straight back now into Iran with, I hope, some checks and balances. So it's not just, again, feeding this network of extremists across the planet that stir up war at every opportunity they can, including now, going into England. I mean, I'm hearing reports that a lot of these ships now that are coming over, or the little boats, the rafts that are coming over from France are now loaded with a lot of, IRGC loyalists, which will be very fun for the UK.
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much all three of their proxy groups are fired up right now and doing their thing. So, Yeah, I mean, it's a good possibility that they could have loyalists in many different countries at this point.
Oh yeah, this whole thing that happened in Morocco. Yep. I mean, they could have just sent 20,000 of those people, as we said, fighting age men, straight into Spain, and then Shenzhen means they can go wherever they want from there. So, a lot of fun, folks. But don't worry about it. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. Exactly like the crypto world. Now, I put this article in the lead tonight because I wanted you to talk about it because it kind of went over my head. It's from Zero Hedge. Nothing is 100% in quotes. CZ warns Bitcoin holders after $89 million cold card wallet exploit. Okay. 89 million drained from 4,585 addresses since Thursday. 1,300 Bitcoin. What do you know about this?
Right now, the crypto space in general is going through one of the largest period of attacks on infrastructure that they've ever seen. And this is probably due to the proliferation of cheap and really good AI models from China. So that's enabled a lot of black hat hackers who can, dedicate a bunch of resources to a bunch of AI attacking a bunch of different vectors to various crypto platforms. A lot of what they call bridges between different chains have been attacked. Certain wallet providers have been attacked. Pretty much anywhere where there might be some sort of weak point where they can intercept your crypto. And this particular hack is in the wallet infrastructure programming. So the way that the wallet is designed to protect your seed phrase and create a passphrase, if you didn't follow the instructions perfectly in this particular company's wallet, it used a default mode, which was much more predictable. And because of that predictability of this passcode, they were able to drain every wallet that didn't follow the full procedures. And this is a type of...
This is cold card firmware, right? Cold card is the wallet?
Yes, that's the wallet provider, yep. Cold card.
Okay.
And apparently they were touted amongst some of the more high-level, high-value holders that wanted to secure their own Bitcoin and didn't want to put it with a custodial company. They targeted higher-end users, and what their tagline was that they were safer because of all these protocols. But if you didn't follow their very complex protocols just right, you were exposed. And turns out their code was just not done well on the back end. And unfortunately, that is one of the biggest weak points in the crypto space, is if you don't have good programming on your third-party products. It didn't have anything to do with the blockchain itself. It had to do with this wallet provider software. And so if you don't have really good checks on that side, there are vulnerabilities. In fact, my wallet, the wallet company that I have for my Cardano, had a very similar hack just happen as well. I didn't lose anything, fortunately. I was lucky. But anybody who tried to do a transaction between a certain window lost everything. And this is one of the big problems that crypto is facing right now, is this kind of testing of their weak points by AI hackers.
Now, in this article, one of the experts that they talked to said a way to remedy this to some degree might be to split up your holdings into several different wallets so that, if disaster does strike, it doesn't take your entire portfolio. Does that sound logical to you?
Yeah, in fact, I would recommend 3 or 4 basic levels that you can use. If you have a lot of Bitcoin, and I mean a lot of money tied up in Bitcoin, it might behoove you to put it with a company that does holding for a business. That's their job. They hold people's Bitcoin for them. And a lot of times you can do it through a company like iTrust, which is a IRA. So you're actually holding your Bitcoin in a self-directed IRA, and that way that their custodial procedures and legal backing guarantees your Bitcoin. Then the next level is sell your Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin ETFs. You can do it that way.
Okay.
Now if you, that's for, probably that's for your grandpa, right? Or but if you're my age or younger, you can figure out the technology. Your best bet is to have what you want to use in one wallet and have what you want to store split up into 2 or 3 smaller wallet sizes. And they should be on devices that you don't use the internet regularly.
Okay. And so it's funny, a few years ago we were having this conversation, and it was all about, having it not in an ETF, basically go get that physical Bitcoin, because we didn't trust that ecosystem as much. Now it seems like it's surpassed the, individual wallets in terms of trust.
It's going in that direction, and I think that's completely intentional. I mean, think about this just off the top of your head. If you were a company, say like BlackRock, and you wanted to control Bitcoin, would it not be profitable for you to hire a bunch of hackers from all over the world to hack as many crypto wallets as possible to make self-custody seem scary and not secure?
And then everybody, boom, your ETF is right on their doorstep the next day,
which is totally secure and protected from these hackers, and also guaranteed and protected by insurance.
Yeah, I'm going to say FDIC insurance would cover that, or
well, not FDIC; it's a different kind, but they have certain requirements.
Yeah, you're right. What am I thinking? FDIC is bank accounts.
Yeah.
Definitely holding Bitcoin in an ETF is definitely not like a bank account.
No.
But interesting thing to talk about. Cracks do come up from time to time, and we've always talked about AI and quantum, computing as being a couple, direct sort of threats to the crypto market. And so, as we go through this system, it's interesting to see these things playing out and how people respond to it. And hopefully, no one's got hurt too bad on this, but I suspect some people have been wiped out. From what you're saying,
a couple people have been wiped out. Fortunately enough, it was this one particular wallet in this case. But I think what it shows is that you have to have a commitment to safety and good, rigorous scientific procedures when you're offering a third-party product in crypto. You can't shortcut because it is everybody's life savings that are involved.
Yeah, and if you have a lot of money in crypto, it's very, very important to keep up to date with the best practices on a regular basis, because things can change very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And so, 100%. If you're not getting alerts on this kind of stuff through, set Google to, give you alerts when, the term like Bitcoin security comes up or whatever, and, stay on top of that stuff. It will pay off in the long run, that's for sure, because you don't want to be the guy that's, shopping for a Lamborghini tomorrow and suddenly
next day it's gone.
Yeah, you just got to, your Toyota is, back to whatever. So life, back to reality. Water system hacks apparently are hitting across the country. 7 states so far this week have seen hacks on their water supplies. In some cases, they, mix in chemicals or whatnot that make it too high levels, so they have to dump it all out. Or in other cases, they can just open the valve and start draining the water tower for a city. And so we've had some, rather serious emergencies in some areas regarding just the lack of water from these cyber attacks. Now, Trump is swearing up and down this isn't Iran. Other people are saying it is Iran. Who knows? Trump said it's just incompetence, blatant incompetence in some of these places where the password was literally password, and there's like no security in place whatsoever to, control and safekeep the water supply for your city. So I would say you, Doc.
Well, I wouldn't say that it couldn't be Iran, but there's so many people that it could be because of how absolutely atrocious the security is for most of these systems Like most of these systems still have computer systems that were built in the 90s and early 2000s. Their computer systems have been vulnerable for at least 2 decades that we know about. Like this has been a common theme for years with these kind of things. And now with AI, any 14-year-old in his basement could hack just about any one of our power or water or sewer plants if it's touching the internet.
Yeah, I mean, this remember that movie War Games? You know, where he had his phone on the modem.
Yep.
You know, and the green screen comes up with the. It's that kind of system we're talking about, folks. Really old stuff, you know.
Yep.
Because when they were putting it in place in the 90s, they weren't using the state of the art technologies. They were using what was tried and true at that point, because you know they couldn't afford any weaknesses, so they, you know, buy 5-8-year-old technology. So yeah, it's so outdated today in a lot of these places, and there's no excuse for it. You know, when are we going to wake up one day and this happens to the electric grid, or this happens to, you know, the water systems in not 7 states, but 50 states and major cities? You know, you don't have water. Imagine, you know, I don't know, Philadelphia not having water tomorrow.
48 hours without water in Philadelphia is a zoo. It's crazy.
Yeah, dead people ever. I mean, Philadelphia might not be the best example because there are 2 freshwater rivers that flow through the city, so, or at least one giant one.
Yeah, but it would still, with the amount of people that live there, and there would be zero access to fresh potable water. It would be wild.
Think of Phoenix or Dallas. I mean, you know, this is disaster zone. And like you say, even Philadelphia, 48 hours would be a nightmare. You know, you'd be there with a bucket and 50 feet of rope, pulling up a bucket at a time, charging $50 for them. You know.
Yeah, if the gang let you, if the gangs in the neighborhood let you, hadn't stolen all access to water pumps.
Yeah, and they're in a full-on shootout with the cops, and you know, on and on, just total chaos. If the cops would even bother to fight them, right? Yeah. Nowadays, I think, you know, most police departments, they're not going to go out and fight a gang just so the city can have access to the river for water. Makes no sense.
No, I don't think they would. I think that the police in most cities would probably pack up their families and leave if it got like that.
Yeah, they don't get paid enough, right? I mean, even today, man, they're getting calls and it's like, okay, let's finish our coffee and then go over to this, you know, robbery at this bodega around the corner after we finish our coffee because I don't want to deal with it in progress. You know what I mean? No, they just, why would they?
Yeah, getting a lot of that up here this way as well. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. On a final note, what do you think of these flock cameras? The flock cameras, folks, are an AI-based system of cameras that are going up all over the country that read your license plates, that record everything, document everything, facial recognition. What am I missing, Doc? Like, you name
they track your
whatever you.
They track Bluetooth connections, so they track your cell phones.
Nice.
If you have Bluetooth open on your cell phone or in your car, it'll log into your Bluetooth, record your Bluetooth registry. Like each Bluetooth is a unique signal, and it'll recognize that next time you come around that sign.
Sounds like fun. And, you know, the cities are buying these up all over the country like crazy. They can hand out tickets and do all kinds of wonderful things. And, you know, the people are not liking it. There's cases around the country where people are vandalizing these things, you know? And I kind of don't blame them to some degree. This is a very intrusive system that is tracking us to a level that we really never signed up to when I just say I want to go down to the store and come home, you know? I don't want to be tracked like this. No one does. And so what's this for? It's not for crime. And many of the cities that they're putting this in, if a murder, whatever happens, they're not going to use this system to track it down. We've seen it over and over again. You know, during that shooting in Seattle, they had cameras everywhere. They turned them off because they didn't want some immigrant to get harmed.
Well,
just in case, God forbid, an immigrant committed a crime.
Even when they're on, they're not very good at their job. So yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the people who are abolishing these Fourth Amendment violating devices. I would encourage everyone to stand up for your Fourth Amendment rights. You do have the right to privacy. You do have the expectation of privacy in your vehicle. And this is a blatant, tyrannical violation of our Fourth Amendment rights.
Yeah, and I mean, I would not recommend anyone go out and like take a thing of spray can and, paint over the winds. It's not cool. Don't go destroy these things. It is
there are
up to us to fight
methods.
them. It's up to us to fight them in courts and get these things made illegal because, yeah, you say they may not be good now, but give them a few years and they'll be phenomenal at what they do. And they'll see you coming a mile away. And, again, if the cops want to know where you were at any given point doing, not that you're doing anything wrong, but if they want to look at you and just say, hey, there's a crime committed at this location. Tell me every car that was in there. And you happen to be one of the cars that was near that when it went down. Boom, they track you back for weeks. They look at your whole record. It's a complete violation of privacy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
100%.
It's just, we've gone by as a society for a long time without needing this stuff. I don't see why now it's so necessary to start, monitoring and spying on everyone's every move.
Well, that's how it goes. They just go for more power.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Doc, where can people find you online?
Rumble, Twitter, Odyssey, and of course mine's my favorite platform at Doctor420. That's Doctor with an E 420.
All right, folks, we're out of time. You can find me over at censorshipsucks.com minds.com/censorshipsucks. My bad. Minds.com/censorshipsucks. Go find me over there. Other than that, we're going to leave it here. Thanks so much for listening. We will see you on Wednesday night.
Great show, guys. Great show.
Excellent.
All right. Excellent.
Guys did a great job.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Gentlemen, you guys have a great night. And all the listeners, you guys have a good one as well.
Thanks, and we'll see you all Wednesday. And I'll be up later on with some more AI music. But until then, I'm going to host out to a friend of mine called Morrow. And Morrow's he's playing some games over there, and he'll probably host back to me once I get music up. So everybody take care, and we will see you later. Let's the off air on there. There we go. Let's give Morrow some love over there.